hey, Mike, if you got someone that says, hey, yeah, I'm not interested, what's your go-to?
All right. So my go-to always starts out with AIM. Acknowledge, ignore, and move forward. So the first thing is, and then the acknowledge part always has their first name. So if Barbara starts telling me, oh, hey, yeah, I'm not interested. Oh, Barbara, oh my gosh, sounds like you're not interested. So the first thing they say, because first of all, they can't argue with me if I just said what they said to me. They're not going to say, I mean, well, they could argue with me, which is okay. No, I am interested. Don't you argue? Don't tell me my business, boy.
You tell me I'm not interested.
I'll decide if I'm interested or not. But if I say your first name, I get you listening, and I restate what you said. And no matter what the objection is, that does two things. First thing, it makes them feel heard. And so many people are used to salespeople just running over them and not acknowledging them. So when we make them feel heard, they like us a little bit more. And they might even be willing to listen to us as we do that. So it's the first benefit of that acknowledgement. Here's a second benefit. It buys me some time. Okay, so I need a little more time to think if I'm in a conversation. So if I can be talking while I'm talking, I'm thinking about what I might be saying next. See, I need more time. That's how I put more time on the clock. Because I'm not as sharp as y'all remember some witty response. But if I'm giving them something where I'm acknowledging them, in the back of my mind, I'm thinking about how I might want to play this. So I say, Barbara, holy cow, sounds like you might not be interested. I said, Barbara, I just got this file on my desk the other day. And it looks like you kind of recently been thinking about this. Did something change, or was there something you were interested in when you was thinking about this? And I might go to a question, seek for more clarification. Or I could just ignore it once I've acknowledged it. My other direction is say, well, Barbara, it sounds like you're not interested. And she says, yeah. I said, well, tell you what, that's okay. If you're not interested, it sounds like you're probably going to want to opt out of the coverage. And if you're going to want to opt out of it, it's my job to get this information to you, go over it with you, and make sure you understand it so you can sign off and know clearly on what you're opting out of. So all I need to know right now is typically, when do you get home from work?
Well, you know, I work a lot of hours, blah, blah, blah.
Really? What do you do that keeps you working so many hours, Barbara?
You know what? I work in the hospital. We're in high demand these days.
Are you on one of them COVID units?
Yeah, no, not that.
No? What are you doing that's in high demand right now?
So in high demand, yeah, I work in the kitchen.
Oh, really? I guess probably a lot of people in that hospital. You probably got to feed a lot of folks.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Oh, man. So you working more of a day shift or a night shift over there at the hospital?
I work mid shift, so I'm 3 to 11.
3 to 11. Okay. So you probably got to leave the house at what, like 2:15, 2:30, something like that?
Yeah, like that. I usually try to get out by 2.
Okay. Well, you know what? They've got me scheduled to be there tomorrow morning over at your place to get you this information, go over with you between 10 and 11 a.m. And I just need to make sure you're going to be home in that window of time.
Yeah, I'll be home by then, or I'll be home then, and I'll probably even be awake too.
Oh, that's good. That's good. If not, we'll get some coffee on. We'll both wake up together. All right, sounds good. I can go into the rest of my thing, but notice it's like the very simple basics. Acknowledge what they said, using their first name, and playing back. Be a tape recorder in playback mode. Second thing is, ignore what they said by letting them know what your job is, and tie that, if you can, tie it back to their objection. Oh, I'm not interested. Well, maybe they want to opt out. If you want to opt out, you probably want to know what you're opted out of, since you got to sign off on this. So that's my job, is make sure you get this and understand it so you know what you're opted out of. So that's the ignore part, moving forward. And then moving forward is find out when they're home so I can book the appointment and get it taken care of. So the very, very simple basic part of that AIM, acknowledge, ignore, and move forward, is going to help you with your appointment setting. And I think it's important to understand that, because guess what? 'Tis the season for more creative objections. Not more objections, just more creative objections. we've also got other things happen. Oh, I'm watching the kids because the kids aren't in school and I'm helping to school the grandkids and that's tying me up. I mean, there's all sorts of objections and they'll just be more creative, but there's not more of them. So we just got to be thoughtful.